Oh, the burden of multiple bikes. What do y'all think? Whitewalls, or should I keep them traditional black? I really like the look of these bikes with whitewalls, especially with the club fairing and a better sissy bar than the one this has. Let me know in the comments. I'm having a really hard time making up my mind, and I need to call the dealer back and tell them which one that I want, white walls or black walls. But for now, I'm going to get on this bike and take it for a spin. I just did a video on this bike the other day, and I'm really excited to have it back, but I need to do a little more shakedown. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I want to be absolutely sure that before I pack it out for camping, that it's ready to go. So we're going to do that. And I'm going to give you 5 reasons that you should consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. I have been testing out snorkel versus no snorkel on this bike. Today we are on no snorkel and a 145 size main jet. So curious if it's too lean. I doubt that it could be, but we'll find out. Turn this bike around so easy. It is quicker with the snorkel off. And not a lot of difference in the volume either. It's about the same. Yeah, whoever says this doesn't have enough power for highway use has never really spent a lot of time on the DR650. Look at this beer tiny down here. Come on, baby. So right now there is so much going on the channel, more than I ever thought there would be, and that's because I have way too many motorcycles. I have 5 motorcycles in the garage, but those aren't the 5 reasons that you should subscribe to the channel. It's not. I'll focus today on this bike as well as the Harley, and maybe we even get up to 6 reasons. I don't know. I'm not really good at planning these kind of videos out. More of a vlog update, you know. So reason number 1, this bike is going camping, and I have never solo camped before on a motorcycle. I have group camped on a motorcycle. It's a lot of fun, but I'm really curious how I'm going to do with this bike in that capacity, and I honestly have no idea if the luggage that I have for this bike's even going to work. I have some Kriega OS32 bags, and I think I can hook them across the top and let them straddle these guards, whatever you want to call these things, that sit on the back of the bike. And if that doesn't work out, then I'll go ahead and swap out to the traditional luggage racks that you see on adventure type bikes. But I wanted to give this a shot because it's what I had, and you know, use what you got before you go out and blow money on something else, right? And when I take this thing camping, I will be doing a little bit of light dual sporting. I'm really looking forward to getting it off road. I mean, that's the sole reason to own a bike like this when you have 4 others in the garage. And it's a little taller and bigger than what I'm used to hustling around, so that's going to be interesting, and it's something I'm going to have to work my way up to. So yeah, join me for that journey. So the second reason you should consider subscribing to the channel is my Harley Davidson Street Bob project bike. Now, I have so many things planned for this bike, but the next video that's coming out is a review of the Screaming Eagle tuner. I have the Bluetooth tuner for that bike, and I'm going to be honest with you, it's interesting. It's not exactly a 5-star review. There are some pretty critical things or problems with that setup, and I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not going to slam it, but it's going to be a really honest review, and I'm going to go through why I even tried to use the tuning function on it and what my next steps are. So do subscribe to the channel if you're interested in the Screaming Eagle tuner, all things Street Bob. The third reason also has to do with the Street Bob, and that is the situation with the fairing slash wind management. So I have ridden that bike now with the Harley Davidson quarter fairing. I have ridden it with the Memphis Shades quick attachable kind of windjammer style windscreen and no windscreen. And I have a no name, or whatever you want to call it, white label, maybe you might call it bootleg version of the quarter fairing coming. They're like $100, but the photos and the description look just like the Harley piece. So I'm really curious, is it the same thing minus the name? And you know, how would you install it, etc. So if you're interested in wind management for the Street Bob, yeah, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Give this a like. I wouldn't want you to miss it. The fourth reason you want to subscribe to the channel is I have 5 bikes. I said I wasn't going to get into that, but that's not the issue. One of them has to go. I really feel like it's consolidation time in my garage. I have this bike, the DR650, which I'm so excited about, as you can tell. I have the Street Bob that we've already mentioned. I have a Suzuki SV650, a BMW R9T Urban GS, and my girlfriend is TW200. Now I can't exactly get rid of her bike, so that one stays, and this one stays, and the Harley stays. So the question is, what of the 2 bikes, the SV650 and the R9T, are gonna go, and why? I mean, I guess there's a potential I could fold this bike into some sort of massive consolidation plan, sort of trade 3 for 1. But I really feel like I'll end up with 3 bikes of my own: a light adventure bike slash dual sport, the Harley Cruiser or some other type of cruiser. I think there will always be a cruiser now in my garage. I'm just really enjoying the cruiser thing, and some type of sporty bike. Now it could be a sport touring bike, or maybe it's something more focused like a CBR 600RR. I don't know. That's a decision I'm going to have to figure out when I try to figure out what the constellation of bikes look like. Maybe I can't. Maybe I can't get it down and still cover all the types of riding that I want to do. But I have to be realistic, y'all. There's one of me, and with 4 bikes of my own plus hers that I occasionally toy around with, none of these bikes are getting ridden enough. I tend to get excited about one of them and I ride the nuts off of it while the others sit. You know, that's what happened to the R9T all year. It's set. And that's not great. And y'all, that's not great. It really starts to weigh on you psychologically when you have so many things that you're not using in your life. You feel a little guilty at times, and you know, it's not the best use of your money in terms of insurance and maintenance and upkeep and whatnot. And the 5th reason that you might want to subscribe is I'm going to try to take the Street Bob camping. I have crash bars sitting in the garage, I have slip-ons sitting in the garage, and I have luggage sitting in the garage. Well, I realize the slip-ons don't have much to do with that. I just thought I'd mention it since it's one of the boxes you're going to see on the B-roll here. But I'm really excited about getting the crash bars on and replacing the ones that are on the bike now. I just don't like the look of that little bar sticking out of the sides. And I'm really excited about getting the Viking hard bags on here. I bought the darkened bags. I hear that well, I've heard a lot of things about them, right? I've heard they're hard to install, I've heard they're hard to use, I've heard they scratch easy, I've heard they could fall off. None of those are great things, but they were really cheap. So I think I paid like $4.50 for them shipped on sale. And yeah, I'm curious, and maybe I'll end up wrapping them. That was sort of a thought that I had. I'm not sure if I would just wrap them black just to give them a little more protection and scratch resistance, or perhaps I might actually try to wrap them in sort of a brushed black metal. That might look really cool. Or maybe I'll change the color of the whole bike. Who the hell knows, y'all? It's nice to have options, right? Oh man, I am super pumped to get this thing out this fall. If you've got a DR650, let me know what you think about it for camping. I've got the Acheribus tank, more fuel. If you fall over, yeah, you scratch it up, and hopefully you don't bust it and you don't mess up the pretty metal tank that doesn't hold nearly enough fuel for this bike anyway. Yoshi slip-on. This is what I'm hoping to put the luggage over. Shinko tires. I'm not sure about these just yet. When they were cold the other day, they really let me down. They scared me half to death. Bike slid around a lot more than I thought it would. Enduro Engineering handguards. Thank you, Enduro Engineering, for being awesome. Your customer service is amazing. Called you guys. Y'all hooked me up with what I needed right away. Love you guys. Skid plate. DOT headlight that I swapped out. New front fender. No more Dumbo fender on the old girl. That looks so much nicer. Really gives it more of an updated dual sport look, if you can call any dual sport truly updated. Would be nice to kind of have the Cyclops eye though, like the new 4Z, don't you think? Got the Pro Cycle tool tube. Now this thing, I'll tell you guys, it will fall off if you're not careful. You got to make sure this thing is on here good. I lost one. Pro Cycle was nice enough to sell me just the end cap. Wasn't overly priced, but it wasn't overly cheap either, you know what I mean? Seat concept seat, ODI bars, also from Pro Cycle. Chopped down the levers. What else have I done to this bike? These cheapy Amazon mirrors that I'm such a fan of. I have these on the TW200 of the girlfriends as well. Yeah, sort of a jet kit. You know, I rolled most of it back. You can check out my last video if you want to hear more about what I did and why I did it. I don't love the aftermarket jet kits with the very tapered needles. I could not get it worked out on this bike. But yeah, y'all, that is it for this video. Do like, do subscribe. I think I gave you 5 good reasons. I hope I counted correctly. And if you have any questions about any of these bikes, let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Until next time, I hope y'all are enjoying this amazing weather. Peace.